Hey everybody, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I am working on another idea for my pocketbook. Something just unceremoniously jumped off a shelf. I'm not really sure what's going on over there. It is getting to be Halloween, I suppose. Okay, anyway. We are making something that I saw. I was inspired by Rachel over at Roxy's Creations, and I made a little bit of a change to this, but for the most part, this was her little fold project. I think the video said it was 3 years old, so this is from a while back. But you've got a tuck. I got a card out for this. We've got a tuck here, and we've got a side tuck here, which does not come all the way to the edge, right? So it's right in there, all on the front of a library pocket. So you got a library pocket here, one of the ones with the short back. I don't know. I'm on the fence about how library pockets. I've seen them this way. I've also seen them tall in library books. I mean, so anyway, but all on the front of a library pocket. The change I made was to make the back higher. Hers was the back and front of this back pocket were flush. They were the same height. So the only change I really made was to not fold all the way up for that. So what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to fold a few of these. And the other thing was, you'll notice I didn't take this piece of paper and cover it with something to decorate it. All I did was cover the parts that show. This book page that I'm using, again, this comes from one of those children's books, and it's some pages that I probably won't use for anything else. So I thought I would make pockets out of it, and it's a nice sturdy book page. This is along the lines of a heavyweight paper, lightweight cardstock, something in there. So basically what I did was I folded, and I'm thinking I might fold up over the blue line this time, just so I don't have to worry about it. It would be nice not to have that Brothers Grimm on there, but I can cover that with washi tape. Okay, so we're going to put this here, right like that. I just want to check, see, and I can't pull the washi tape all the way up, or I'd cross them, because it would close part of my pocket, my back pocket. Okay, so we're going to fold that up like that. And then we're going to go over on this one, but you're not going to go all the way to the edge. Okay. And since I have these blue lines, I might, decide to go that far. So I'm covering up that blue line again. Although, that's right. I forgot. I need to trim these. That's what I was going to do. I'm going to fold them all up where I want them at the top. Listen. Don't be difficult. And, oh, I just realized we were listening to my dryer. Okay, so we're going to fold this up. I'm covering up the blue line. I'm lining up my straight edge over here. And then I'm going to cut this off. Of course, it doesn't cut. It moves. The bottom piece moves, which is why I have to come back and do a little trimming. But that's okay. All right, so we have that one. I got out 4. And like I said, it doesn't really matter as far as like, the print being right side up or upside down or whatever. Because anything you want to cover with scraps, you get rid of all that. So it ends up being it ends up not mattering in the end. And I think that's pretty straight. I'm trying to use this blue line as my guide. That doesn't mean I'm going to cut straight lines, but we're going for it. Okay. Now, it may end up being that, you know, if a picture happens to fold over onto my pocket, I won't have to worry about covering certain parts of it or whatever. Okay, so that's all of them cut with my library high, right? Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over, and like I said, you don't want to go all the way over. You want some space there. Can you guys tell I like these folded pockets? Okay, so we're going to take this one and we're going to do it again. We're going to fold it, but not all the way over. Like that. Again with this one. There's a frog in her bed. You have to fold it in on your short side. Does that make sense? So like, you've got the high side and the short side. You have to fold the short side to the inside, right? I hope that's like got everybody, doesn't have everybody confused. Like that. And then one more. This one I already started folding, but we're going to recrease it because I ended up cutting it after. I mean, yeah, I ended up trimming it after I folded it. All right. So then what you're going to do is you'll notice that this front flap and this back flap are the same height, so it kind of gets in the way. You're going to unfold this and we're going to glue this top triangle down. Okay? And then when you fold it back up, you've got your pocket. Right? Now, we'll do it again. So you take your pocket. This one happens to be folded to this side. You take your pocket, you open it up, and you fold your triangle down on your top layer the way you've unfolded it. So this is going to be the inside that you don't see. And that's where you want to fold your triangle down. And you got to make sure that it's the outside layer. So it should be this very front piece that folds as a triangle. And like you saw with this one, I have one going this way and one going this way. It's going to depend on which way you folded it, right? You just want the high back all the way in the back. And you want the triangle that you fold in on the front. Okay, so that's two of them. And then we have this one. So I'm going to, again, this is my front. This is where my triangle is supposed to be. So I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to fold it down, and I'm going to fold my triangle. And I'm just folding into the fold. I'm folding this down to the fold. I'm not going past the fold, and I'm not making it interfere with the fold. Those two little details are important. Okay, and then my folds are slightly crooked, so there's a little bit of overhang back here. That's what I keep trimming off. Okay, and then this one, again, this is my front. I'm going to unfold it, and I'm going to fold my triangle down just to the fold. Make sure it doesn't interfere. You don't want it to interfere when it folds. And then you fold it over. I think I'll hold that one pretty straight, or either that or I've already trimmed it. I would more likely believe the latter. Okay, now this pocket has her, this is her sleeping. I don't know if you can see that. There's a face tucked under a blanket. And there's a crown at the top of that bed. I mean, you could leave that pocket just like that. I'm probably going to cover it. This also is words. that are upside down. So on a lot of the pockets, after you've folded the triangle down, you've got upside down words in here. For that one, you've just got a little bit of tree. But now we're going to find some scraps to go just here. And when I say scraps, I mean I'm going in my scrap box. I'm not going for full sheets of paper, right? I just need it to cover that spot. And it doesn't even have to cover the whole spot. It just has to cover enough so that what's showing is covered. Just like that. So we'll put this one down. Let me get, actually, I'm leery about the surface of this book. I did some washi with glue stick, but I don't know how well it's going to hold in the long run. So the surface of these pages is a little, it's a little slick. It's not a matte, but it's not like glossy, but it's not a matte finish, I would say. So yeah, I'm not real sure how well it's going to hold. Just make sure that your outer edges where it's going to be seen are covered, and then you're good to go. And my kids are making a lot of noise again. Okay, sorry if you hear my dryer in the background, but people are trying to get their stuff washed. They have work and all that sort of thing, so we have to get some laundry done. And I am down here by the laundry room. I'm looking forward to the day when I can tell you guys I'm just in my craft room and there's no noise and there's no dryer and there's no there's no nothing. Okay. Anyway, so the other thing you can do now, you can if I wanted to, I could probably cut this off just because it's really, really, like I said, it's sturdy book page. I don't have any problems with this. I'm not gluing this down to reinforce it. I'm just gluing it down because, I mean, I don't know. So I just glue this down because, I mean, why not? The other thing I did, because when you fold this over, it slightly covers up your pocket right here. Now, you can keep that if you don't mind that on your library pocket. I cut that off. So I go in here and I cut right at this fold. And then I cut along the top of this pocket to make it even with the top of the piece. And then when you do it like this, that's not there anymore. Now, granted, I cut that at a slant, which is going to make this difficult to round, but we'll get there in the end. Okay, speaking of rounding, we'll go ahead and, so you would round your, to make it look like the library pocket top. Okay. All right, so you can see where the edge of this pocket is. You can cover this front piece if you wanted to in some random paper scraps. Let me see what we got over here. Just grabbing. Well, not just grabbing, but looking for something that would go nicely. My pile of scraps, guys, is ridiculous. I'm sure everybody says that because I know everybody's scraps get ridiculous. It's just a fact of, maybe we'll do this. All right, and then what I would do is I would open this up and I would glue. I'm going to put glue. I'm going to show you how I would do this to get just that piece covered. So I'm going to put glue on this portion of the pocket, inside the fold marks on this front piece of pocket. And then I'm going to put the paper down, and then I'm just going to fold the pocket back up and cut off what I don't need. And what I might do is kind of smush this down a little bit so it's not, it doesn't need this. I mean, it's not like fabric where it's going to show through or anything, but I'm trying to keep it from oozing out onto the rest of the pocket because I don't want, and I actually am going to lay this down. I'm not going to lay this down necessarily. Like, I can find the section of the picture that I like and want on my pocket, and I can put that on there since I've put the glue on. And I think right about there will do it. Okay. And moosh it down. Now, I'm going to take the pocket and I'm going to fold it back up so that I've got my folded pocket on here, and then I'm going to carefully cut it out. And of course, I had to go as far into the middle of the paper as I could possibly go. Now, of course, for the front slant part, we're going to have to unfold that part. This is just getting the basic rectangle shape part, right? Okay, fine. There, you're out of my way. Okay, and then this one, I would unfold it and cut this off of this pocket. So we're going to go back to this edge. So with the surface covering, this is not a fast pocket. The folding part is fast, but the surface decorating isn't necessarily fast. Okay, but it turns out really cute. So, I mean, now, since we seem to be going green with this one, oh, you know what? Let me see what I've got. I just spotted this. I could either put this, you know what? I think I might put it up here on the top of my pocket. What do you guys think? This is some of my wallpaper. I feel like because the edge is going down, it's not going to affect it. I'm having a lot of trouble with the I kind of don't want to cut off the things, but I need to make it so that they're on the, and I can't see through the wallpaper. I think that's the edge right there. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to mark this with a pencil. And I'm going to put glue there. And I'm going to glue this down, and then we're going to cut around it. Yeah. And hope for the best. Okay. All these things sticking to it. It's all my scraps. Okay. All right, I don't need that on there. So here we go. All this complicated covering, and we might only get one of these done. I definitely did more on this one than I did on that one. Than my prototype. My prototype was kind of a discovery of what surfaces I would want to cover if I was going to cover surfaces. And hey, we did it. That was an opportunity for me to make this corner better, and I didn't take it. My corners are, this one was slanted in. Remember I said I cut it slanted? So when I tried to stick it in my corner rounder, it was having none of it. Okay, so we're going to fold it back up, and that's what we have. Oh, I think that's cute. And I don't necessarily even know that I want to decorate that, because I'm not one of those ones that likes borders, like a frame necessarily. I don't always mind it, but I do have this really narrow tape from, this is Tim Holtz. Some of that really narrow Tim Holtz washi. The whole canister was narrow like this. I don't know if if he has a special name for that or not. I can't get a hold of that. These little bitty, listen. Where's my knife? Okay, there we go. I hope this is long enough, because I didn't measure. Because I'm brilliant. What's funny is it says strictly handmade. I thought that was funny. Okay. Right up there like that. Okay, and we'll cut the ends off. And we'll glue the pocket shut. All right, now we do the gluing part. It's a very green pocket, isn't it? Put scraps back in my scrap box. It's nice having it open when I'm doing stuff like this. And we'll do the gluing part. So basically, I taped all the way to the top. And I tell you guys, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's your library pocket. You can't do that. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to glue this. I glue on the shorter flap because, well, that way you don't have to guess on the other one. So we're going to glue right along this edge. And then we're going to fold it up. Okay. And then we're going to fold it over. And we're going to glue on these two edges to make this a side pocket. And then the front tuck, we're not going to glue. All right, now let me get my little card, because the last time I glued that side pocket shut, I glued my library pocket shut. All right, so we have our library pocket in the back. We have our side tuck pocket here. And we have our front pocket, our front tuck. It actually opened at the side, right? Okay, and that's one made. So I've got two. These are kind of fun. I like these. Like I said, these folding pockets are kind of, you know, different, interesting. I like it. All right. So let's go ahead and do two things. You know what? I'm going to do this with a knife. I'm going to cut this with a knife. Right? See if I can cut just that as a straight line. And then we'll cut it off. And then I have the back of my library pocket still intact, right? Yes. Awesome. Then when I go to round it, it won't be such a problem. Okay, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Normally I glue it down and then cut it, but this time we didn't, so I got that weird little opening up there. It's okay. It's gone now. Okay. And maybe we'll do that to the other two. How ambitious should we get? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do it on here. Like this. Okay. And then we're going to cut it off. Okay, and then we're going to cut this one off. Okay, and then we're going to glue down our triangles. So I'm going to glue this down. All right, got like that. And I think this was the other one we haven't glued yet. I missed the only reason I would be worried about missing a spot in the gluing would be if it was to lift while something was going in or out of the pocket. Because sometimes, I think the reason I worry a little bit about lips going up is because sometimes you stick little embellishments or something on your pockets, on your journaling cards, and they might get caught. Okay, so all of those have been glued down. Let's get paper. I've got okay. Get a few pieces of paper over here and we'll see if we can't really quick do these. We'll mix and match to go with each other. So we are going to be covering, this piece and this piece. So let's do those first. So the first thing we're going to do is this back piece. I think this is directional paper, so they're grapes and they hang, and I think these are peppers or something and they hang. So not for nothing, I don't want them hanging against gravity. We're gonna assembly line these last three for this gluing part. Okay, so we get this piece. I don't want it in the pocket. Somehow I managed to get glue all in the pocket. I know how I did it, but okay, and then I want to put this piece on the outside. Like this. So let's put glue on the outside of this. This is where it's going to get confusing because I'm going to go, well, it might get confusing. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to assembly line this. So we're going to put all the glue, we're going to glue all these pieces on, and then we're going to go around and we're going to cut them all out. And then we're going to see about finishing the pockets off. I know, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. I'm thinking same, but we're going to give it a shot because I would really love to get all of these done. Okay, so that's that. Lay that one over there. Now this one. In here, let's do, actually, this on the inside and this on the outside. Yeah. How about this on the outside with the roses? This on the inside. Yeah, let's do that. I actually don't think I need, this is still too, oh no, it's not. Don't do that. Okay, it's not too tall. I need that bit. Okay, so this is going to go here. Okay, and then we're going to glue this in here like this. Like that. Yeah. And then we flip it over. And I've decided I don't want the half-face sleeping person. Okay. I think I'm going to cut this free of here. I don't see the point of having to maneuver all of that. This is all we want, is the bricks with the roses. Right on there like that. Right? Okay. Take that one off. Set it over there to dry. Now the last one, look at this. What about this? I think I might do these together. Oh yeah. It's very neutral, very, I can decorate that any way I want. Anybody else making idea books? What kinds of things do you guys like to put in idea books to hold on to? My next thought for idea books, I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I had a thought for idea books. I want to do like whole page layouts. Like combinations of pockets and belly bands, or envelopes and pockets, or stacks of this or stacks of that all together on a page, just to see how it looks. Oh, I tore it. I don't think that matters. Guys, this is what happens when you rush. Okay, we're going to do it up this way, I guess, because it won't fit the other way. So anyway, like I was saying, I'm always watching these really gorgeous like journal flip throughs. I see all these journal flip throughs and I go and I'm like, oh, I want to watch that person's flip through. I want to watch that. You know, and I watch these flip throughs of these journals and I'll see a page and they've done like some sort of combination of pockets and flip outs or whatever. And I love it. And I'm like, oh, I need to remember that. And inevitably I don't. But I thought maybe I could do a book that had examples of those page layouts. So every time I find a page layout like that where somebody is flipping through one of their journals and I see it and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I love that. I want to do that. I can put it in my idea book and then save it for a future journal that I make where that particular idea might be useful. Okay, in the meantime, I don't know what's going to be easiest. I'm a right-handed cutter, and this is just all in my way. Well, what if I folded it in half? No, that won't work, because if I cut them both, yeah, that will work. All right, here we go. It would work better if they would just cut straight off. But, you know, whatever. Oh, that's okay. This gets cut off anyway. This particular fold, you know how we're always saying, don't cut into the fold, don't cut into the fold. That particular fold doesn't matter. Okay. And then we just have to cut the bottom off of this one. Okay. Oh, I like it. It's cute. Okay. Round the library pocket corners. I should really wait until I glue whatever it is I'm going to glue on there. but you know, whatever. All right. So that's that one cut out. I'm gonna put that back in my scrap box. These scraps that aren't. I know you guys are probably looking at me going, oh, no, you could use those for. And you're all thinking of 10 different projects I could use those strips of paper for. And I know they are out there, but my craft room, I don't have the space, guys. I just don't. Okay. I'd like to keep it all, but I can't. Didn't we say if I went like this? Let me cut the bottom off, right? So if I cut the bottom off, and the sides I can cut together. Why are you being difficult? Scrap box. Okay, and then I can fold this and I can cut these sides together. Okay. Yeah. And then we just have to cut this off. Like that. And that one is like that. And for some reason, this one is buckle in serious. Okay. So that's that one. For some reason, it's also crooked. It's okay. I know. What in the world? So anyway, and I keep saying that my idea book, this pocket idea book, it's going to bust its binding, and I'm going to end up turning it into a 3-ring. Like a binder journal. I mean, that's what it's going to end up being. And there we have that one. Oh, that didn't glue down far enough over. It's showing. Its under stuff is showing. Okay, let's see if we can't throw a few flowery things on these. No. No. Can I have, this? I think that would be nice on there. What do you think? Yeah? My little box of... I have been... Ooh, and look, a blue one right on top. Like it was meant to be. I mean, how do you deny that? It's not the right color blue, but it fits in with the flower. Okay. That's making me a little sad. And it's not, it's like there's picture there, so it's not something that you could necessarily get rid of in the inking. So let's find some washi, maybe something neutral. What do you think? But I don't know if it should go all the way to the top or not. It's torn up there, so it could be like a torn edge. No, I like the number better down here. I think we'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of this off. Put it back in the box. Get the box out of my way. Now this peels. It's got a backing. So, so does that. If I had this stuck to something, it would be peeling off of itself and I wouldn't be able to stop it. But because I want it to separate, it's saying nay, nay. There it goes. Man, it's a tough customer. Ooh, that is really sticky. You know what? We're going to take our chances because that is really sticky. All right, I'm going to put it right about, it doesn't really have to put it right about there. Okay, and I'm going to cut, I didn't realize I'd cut it that long. Maybe we can use this piece on another, try not to touch it too much. Okay, I'm just folding this over the back for ease of. Okay, and then we're going to glue this little guy down. And we'll go through the folds, and then we'll go through the gluing process for the pocket again. Man, I really missed with this one all over the place. As far as gluing paper cover down. Okay, and then we got to get this off of its. These, I don't remember them having a high tack, so I might have to put some. Yeah, these are not all that sticky. Of course, when you buy things in bulk off of Amazon, I'm not really sure you should expect high quality. It's the old adage, you get what you pay for, right? All right, so we're going to put this down on here. I mean, the stickers themselves are beautiful. It's just the glue on the back isn't all that. And some of these blend really. I will give them this. This particular sticker, especially on these light backgrounds, it blends into the background really well. I like that one. Okay, so now what we do is we glue this side up like that. Okay, and then we glue these. This would be a good place to use that trick I showed you in one of the other videos. If you've got a card, you could probably use an index card like this. And you put this index card in here like that. Of course, it's not as wide as the whole pocket, but when you go to close this and you smush it, it won't glue your pocket shut, right? So then I can just wiggle this back and forth and pull this out, and my pockets are all where they're supposed to be. And then you've got your pocket here, right? Your pocket here, and your library pocket in the back. And I'll clip the corners. Maybe. That back one's difficult because of all the stuff folded there. And then there's another one, and I really like the way this one turned out. Okay, let me see. What else we got in here? I got any wallpaper I might want to use on these? Anything? I don't know. I know I say I'm pushing time and then I go hunting in my wallpaper bag. Like that doesn't take me years. Ooh, there's some pink. It'd be fun to use a piece of that on there. Even just a little piece. I have this little guy. I have loud children. I can hear them. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear them, but I can hear them. I know I'm always commenting, but I got these. I don't even know where I would put this. Like if I found some wallpaper I liked on there, I don't know where I would put it. I don't necessarily want to cover up the roses. I might use some wallpaper on this one. Let's glue this one shut so I don't forget. Actually, we're just going to glue this part shut in case I do find something that I want to put on that top edge. Okay, so that glues my library pocket shut. I don't know. I mean, other than maybe a label. Like a big one, like that. The color's nice. That's the right color. What shape is this? Yeah, I like it. Okay. This one's not going to get a lot. We're just going to do that and this because the roses embellish the pocket enough. So this will go on here like this, and this one will be done. And that was way too much glue. And like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to end up sticking. Anybody see what I did with that index card? No? Yeah, me either. Okay. Let's put this one on. Okay. There's that one. And then this one, I was thinking it's not long enough to go up the side, but it might be long enough to do like a kind of a torn. Just did like a little torn top up there. That might be too much. Nope, it's not enough. Like that. Okay. Sticking things all over myself. All right, and then we'll cut this off. Okay. Maybe we could do one down the side. What do you think? Kind of a matchy. Okay. We're going to cut that off. And then last but not least, we're going to take this and maybe this and put them on here with something. I'm committing to the wallpaper pieces, even though I don't know what I'm going to put with them. Got to do it, right? Just go for it. Like that. Okay. And then this can all go back in my wallpaper bag. See, I use little bitty scraps of that stuff. And maybe a little label. Needs something else. I'd be able to put the label up there, but I don't know what to put here. And it needs to be something, not see-through. Okay, what about some roses? Like that. Ooh, what about one of these roses? What about this rose? Come here. Is that too red? I got this one that's a little scrubbier. It blends in more because it's the same as the background. Okay, you know what we're going to do? I don't want this one on here. We're going to take that off. I'm going to put this on here, like that. Yeah. All right, guys. Man. I always love it when my videos get really long. I'm like, people are going to get bored watching you fumble around, not knowing what you're doing. So this is another idea for the, as you can tell, I like these fold up pocket things that have all these excess pockets in them, hidden places to stick things. Yeah, I think that turned out cute. Did we end up gluing it down? I don't think we did. We didn't. All right, let's glue it shut and we're done, guys. We finished them all. With a little rushing there at the end and a little bit of assembly line cutting and gluing, we did it. Make sure we didn't close our library pocket up too bad. Okay, so we got that, and we got that, and we got that. I like these. I really do. I think that these would be a great addition to just about any journal. I mean, you can cover them in whatever kind of paper. It's a great way. Not that this is a making for my mess video, but it's a great way to use up old book page and scraps. So this is what we made, guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and this was my prototype. I think ours turned out better than my prototype. I like them all better. And I hope you guys, once again, I hope you guys will put together an idea book and, you know, go back, watch the idea book series and come along for the ride. And I will see you guys with the next pocket idea. Bye-bye.